in inEnugu, southeast of Nigeria, and of course we have the that's the king priest himself, the king priest. Okay,
Yeah,
Zoekingpriest Okoronkwo, and of course happens to be the winner of the Southeast boxing champion here in Nigeria. How you doing, man?
I'm excellent. I'm doing great. Thank you very much.
Okay, your fight was actually very, very interesting,
Thank you.
and I see you sometimes you actually trying to control the ring,
Mhm.
and also struggling with your opponent. So, how do you feel about the fight actually?
Actually, I feel really great, and I'm truly grateful to God because the fight didn't just happen here. The fight happened multiple times in the training arena. Countless hours of training. I was in training camp for weeks up until this fight. So after putting in that much effort and with the help of God coming out on top, I feel really excited
All right,
about this
this
opportunity.
is your like how many years in boxing now?
Okay, I've been boxing since 2018. Since
To
I was
18,
13. I started boxing when I was
13.
13. Yeah.
Wow, that's a very long time, man.
Not really long, per se. It's barely like 6 years, 7 years. It's not that long.
13.
Yeah, there are people that started, someone like Crawford started like 8 or 9, so 8 years or 9 years. So,
Okay, okay.
yeah.
I know. How many bouts have you actually had since you started boxing?
Okay, so I've been in the amateur division. I featured in the under 15 National Youth Games 2019 Aquara State. I represented Abia State in that competition. I featured also in 2021 under 15 in Kwara State. I featured in the under 18 national trials at Shulere, Lagos. And also I featured in trials at Abia State 2 times. In one at Umuahia, one at Aba. That was in 2022. So this is my first professional bout,
Okay.
David.
So, looking at how you actually handle the whole of the ring and your opponent, is he from Nigeria also?
Yeah, he's from Nigeria.
Oh,
Yes, he's
which
also
part?
in this southeast part of Nigeria, Onisha to be precise.
Okay. If actually you can maybe use one word to describe your opponent, on today's fight, based
Okay,
on what you saw on the ring
I would
today,
say he's determined.
really
I'll give it
determined.
to him. He's determined. Yeah.
Okay. At the time, you were a kind of exhausted, and sometimes because he's a brawler, and sometimes he throw some power punch,
hmm
and you throw counters immediately. How do you try to calculate such counters when you see a broiler throwing a such good punch? How do
Okay.
you do that?
The first, I'll say you are pretty observant. I give you that. You're pretty observant.
Okay.
Firstly, you anticipate it because you have to anticipate the punch. And if you see it doesn't come in, you more like feint him, give him something to react to. So you give him something, and then when he reacts, you react, to counter the punch. So that's what I would just do. I anticipate if he know he because he saw us anticipating him. I saw that he saw us anticipating. So what I did was to attempt him, to tempt him. That's why you sometimes look as if I'm gassed to tempt him to throw. And once you throw, I'll then give him the counter.
Okay. Do you see this particular fight to be the toughest of all your fights you've ever had?
Not really, not really. My toughest fight was my first national fight in Kwara State, 2019. That fight was really tough in the sense that I didn't prepare very well, but still, so I had to give in everything I have. I used up all the energy from my whole body in that fight.
All
So
right.
that's why it's the toughest. This is not really my toughest fight.
All right. Actually, at least there's the last one there. Where do you see yourself in the next 5 years? I think
5 years.
5 years.
Okay, my aim is international actually. International, aiming at international. So this is just a starting point. I see myself going forward and upward.
Who is a role model in the world of boxing?
Role model. I don't really have one role model, but there are some fighters that their fighting style is pretty unique, and it catches my attention. Someone like I mentioned Crawford,
Okay.
but Crawford, someone like Floyd Mayweather, and also Muhammad Ali because he has this classic boxing that is solid. So these guys, their fighting styles in the ring is really something.
All right, we'll have a fight on the 25th of this month, October, and that's between Joseph Parker and Fabio Wedley. I know you should be following these two fighters, know how they do it. Like, do
Yes.
you have any predictions to that particular fight?
Not really, because I've not really followed up that track record to see who. Because a fight like is this Crawford and Canelo, for example, some people are bidding for Canelo, some are bidding for Crawford. But if you follow that track record, you can know who is supposed to win that fight. But
Okay.
these two pals now, I've not really followed that track record. So, but I wish them all the best. Though.
All right. Lastly, for people coming up there in the amateur, what advice do you have to give them?
Advice is you have to be patient and consistent. There are some hurdles you will face. There are some hurdles, and because in this part of the world, sport is not something that is celebrated at first. You have to win first before they can celebrate you as a sports person. They don't just see you doing sports and want to encourage you. They might even laugh at you and say you're wasting your time. That you should do other things. Like me, I'm combining. I'm also a law student, so I'm combining this my sports with my academics. Was not really easy, but by God's grace, I'm going to put through. So what I tell them is, please just put in more effort and be consistent. Definitely, you scale through. It's definite if you just continue, and then always look for right people to surround yourself with. Right people to surround yourself with.
All right, thank you so very much, the King Priest, Zoe, and of course, big congratulations to you,
Thank you.
on this particular win. I will see you there. You're coming up, man.
Yes,
Coming
definitely.
up.
See you
Thank you
too.
very much.
Thank you.